everybody, and welcome back to the Oklahoma Esports League Valorant playoffs. Today we are in the second round, watching the second and the third seed, which are Southmoore and Owasso, both fighting for that next slot in the upper bracket. Is a double bracket elimination, so if whichever team loses, they will still have a chance to bring it back. And we will be playing Haven. Going straight into this, we will have Southmoore on the defense and Owasso on the attack. Owasso looking to play a little bit more towards the C site here on this first round, sending the Omen towards a long 3 into garage and that Cypher over onto the A site. Just kind of defaulting a little bit, feeling out the map, feeling what Southmoore wants to do. Southmoore currently playing 2 towards that garage side with a Cypher sitting over on the C site. The Sova and the Jet over on the A. Well, the Omen is slowly holding this B. Looks like Owasso is going to decide to push up this A here, sending a couple long and a couple short. Kind of just playing it slowly right now. Still hearing it out, waiting to throw some utility. There goes the smoke. Southmoore will pick that one up. They're going to explode onto site. One down for Owasso. Southmoore, 4 players remaining, having to retake this A site with that bomb down. Good explosion from Owasso onto that site there. Able to get bomb down quick and easy. Gonna go quick retake onto Southmoore. Neon getting a nice stun, but they will get picked off. Vision will go down. 3 for the side of Owasso. Only 1 player remaining. It is Woe, and Woe got taken out there at the end. 0-1. Owasso starting off. Great explosion on that A site there to start off this first.
A really clean A hit from Owasso there, being able to understand the utility that is placed around the map, using the time to their advantage. Didn't immediately hit A, looked for some rotations, actually pulled a couple of people off of the A and B sides onto C with their initial presence, and then just a very textbook hit with the breach stun, the Neon utility coming in, getting that entry on the 5v4, or 5v1 really, and then making it a 5v4 and retake. Just a really well-played round by Owasso.
Yeah, now they're going to be defaulting again, sending the Omen over onto the C site, 2 towards the garage area and 2 towards the mid window, kind of just lurking in their spawn right now.
Looks like they are going to start rotating towards the A side, though.
Yeah, Vision able to get one. Rexiu, I think is how you say that, gets one as well. Vision taking them out. Southmoore now down a player. Owasso still deciding to lurk up the A here.
Nice.
Strong Maniac manages to take out one. And another goes down for the side of Southmoore. Only 1 player remaining. It is Woe again. But this is their eco round. So this is kind of expected. Able to take out the Neon. If they can manage to get another one here, not a terrible round here for Southmoore.
Yeah, again, just an eco round for Southmoore, and Owasso playing it very smart, not committing onto the site that they knew that Woe is on. Woe going to look for 1, maybe 2 here. Catches a couple using util, but just doesn't have the gun to make the opportunity happen. Owasso is going to take that second round. Again, another very clean round by Owasso. They're playing very smart Valorant right now.
Yeah, exactly. And now with Southmoore on that bye, Owasso on their bonus, not a terrible bonus for their side either, having 3 Bulldogs to their name. Nothing to scoff at, but Southmoore having all 5 Vandals in their favor, 2 Light Shields as well.
Yeah, this is the round for Southmoore you really got to lock in. You've seen Owasso, they like rotating already, so that's something you got to be aware of. And you're trying to play this retake, you just need to make sure you're not caught out by this utility. Taz looking for the entry, has the Bucky on that Neon with so much mobility, looking for something to come in with. Neon stuns in, Flash is traded, Rexiu getting vision, Rexiu getting 2 on this defense for A. Something that we haven't seen, Rexiu with 3, being able to stand tall. Southmoore is on this A long.
The only 1 player remaining here for Owasso. It is the Omen does get taken out by Woe, and that will be the round for Southmoore. A good comeback on this bye round. Now having another round in their favor. Both teams going to be on their bye now. Have to see what both teams can do now that they are on this even playing field. Haven notoriously a attacker-sided map, being a 3-site map. Southmoore not having a whole lot of opportunity to stick a ton of people on a site. So I think what Southmoore might be looking to do here, which is what they have done the last couple rounds, is just let them get the bomb down and then just play for the retake. They have the utility to be able to do it too. They have the Sova to clear it out. They have the Breach to send in some stuns. They have the Jet to get back in and the Omen Paranoia to be able to get them on site as well as get some smokes down. So they certainly have the ability to retake a site really well. It just depends on if they can get the early picks or if they're just going to decide to leave the site open. Right now, Owasso going to decide to send 3 into garage. The Omen over to the C site. Getting darted by that Cypher. Going to decide to back up, it looks like. Maybe not. Just kind of feeling it out right now. Sitting in this garage, waiting for some sound, waiting for something to happen. Yeah. Right now, Southmoore just playing really far back. The Omen, the Cypher, and the Breach both playing on this far CT while the Sova and the Jet are just looking at this A. They're going to decide to explode over on to the C site. Does get hit by the trap wire, is going to get stunned. The Breach utility going to come out as well, but does get shot through the smoke. Woe managing to get 3 as well, and Mystic will follow up with the final. A fantastic hold there from Southmoore, just burning Owasso's time as much as possible and then forcing them to explode on that site. And the trap wire as well as the Omen blind able to get so much work done with the Breach. Woe and Mystic holding down that site.
Yeah, and you can tell that Southmoore these last couple rounds have been communicating a lot more, being able to coordinate with one another. I think a perfect stat line is Trixon, who has 0 kills right now, but actually has 8 assists across 4 rounds. Really, really impressive from that Breach player, being able to make those plays for their team, and also just not over-rotating. We saw Owasso be able to punish that for the first couple rounds. Now, Southmoore's playing it slower. They understand that these fast hits, which we're seeing right now, the Southmoore A, the A hit, Taz going to go down to Rexu, starting to adjust to this tempo speed of how Owasso wants to explode onto site, and all of a sudden, Owasso's push has stalled once again.
Yeah, and Owasso deciding to just push up this A site, and that Neon does go down yet again. The Breach Flash going to come out to stall them a little bit, but it looks like Owasso is going to decide to keep pushing out. The Breach going to get a little bit of damage onto Rexu there, but Vision will finish that one off with a headshot from that Sheriff. The Cypher ulti going to come out, spotting out the rest of their players. Nice headshot there. Able to take out one. Woe gets another. It is a 2v2 right now, so still certainly possible. Woe getting another and getting a third as well. Southmoore coming back with a fantastic round. Starting off 0-2, now 3-2. The momentum certainly in their favor right now, and Woe doing a great job of keeping their team on their feet.
Yeah, really good job by Woe there, being able to control enough space, along with the Heaven player, just making too many threats for Owasso to consistently trade out and double up, and that forces those ones naturally, just by players not being able to play the positions that they directly want in those duels. Really good job by Southmoore, and once again, we're seeing this situation where Owasso can get the bomb down. They can get onto side okay, but then it just seems to crumble a little bit after those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, and Owasso's just deciding to split. They really like this 3 toward the garage, the Cypher toward A, the Omen toward C play, and it's been working out well for them to be able to get onto site. Southmoore's just coming back with some great retakes. Maybe decide to switch it up, send it towards this B site. They've noticed that they have a lot of players over on the A and the C, but not a lot of players over on the B. Yeah, go ahead and slide in. Neon Wall taking that B site. Going to go ahead and get the bomb down. Neon playing really close, getting a nice shot onto Trixon. Does get darted. Decides to send out the stun to play really aggressively here to try to get the picks, but doesn't quite get it. Rexu does take them out. 2 players remaining for Owasso. 1 on site, 1 a little bit out of sight. Going to try to stall with the Breach utility. The Cypher utility going to spot them out. A nice pick there, but is getting collapsed from both sides. Mystic is going to try to stick this defuse, and Woe will finish that one off and is going to be able to grab the defuse here too. Fantastic 4th round here from Southmoore. The Omen ult available for Woe now as well. Owasso probably going to have to save.
Yeah, I really liked how Southmoore, not reading a lot of presence on A, was actually able to walk up both short and long, gain all of that information that there was going to be no flank coming from that side. And then, of course, Taz getting the opportunity pick in A link, but still having to deal with 2 more. Maybe played a little bit too aggressive there. Really great trades coming out by Southmoore there to be able to kind of deal with that flanking threat that Owasso had. And from there, it was just trades going back and forth that ended up going Southmoore's way.
Yeah, now with Owasso on the save, it looks like they're going to decide to play really aggressively with this Neon Ultimate to try to get a couple. Manages to take out one, still has a lot of HP remaining to make something happen, and with the Cypher being down, all of that Cypher utility does go down. Going to decide to take the site really aggressively. Whoa, getting a fantastic shot. Wall concussed, but will get traded out. Owasso still up a player. Neon putting in a lot of work for Owasso right now. Able to take out two. The Omen and the Cypher, two vital pieces to this retake, are now down, and Owasso still having 4 players remaining on this save. The gun advantage certainly still in Southmoore's hands, so not an impossible retake for Southmoore right now, especially with that Sova drone coming out, going to clear a lot of the site, knowing that probably Owasso, most of them are going to be playing this main. Rex, you're going to be looking at it, does get spotted out by the Sova dart. Not a whole lot of time remaining on this bomb. Is going to have to try to stick it the one way from the Omen. Going to stop him a little bit. The Sova ult comes out. The breach utility comes out as well, stunning them. The bomb's still going down, just making a lot of time happen right now. The sticking starts, is going to get to half. Can they clean it up? A lot of kills coming out from both. Are they going to be able to kill him before the bomb? And finally, the cleanup does come out. So much back and forth, so much utility coming out from both teams. We saw the Sova ult come out as well from the side of Owasso, and they do clean that one up. A fantastic save round. Then Neon managing to get the Cypher and the Omen at the beginning of that round out for that retake.
Yeah, I think Owasso just has this explosiveness, and they're looking to punish and make the post-plant scenarios really good with that explosiveness. And we see the post-plant played very well by Owasso there, using that Sova ult from Judy the Judge, being able to actually delay the bomb for a longer period of time, and just pressure Southmoore's decisions for almost that entire post-plant play.
Yeah, now the Sova sitting over onto the C long with the Cypher, going to send out some information. Looks like Owasso wants to try for the C side again, the Omen and the Cypher. Omen decides to back up towards the CT, the Cypher going to stay on site. Not a lot of utility remaining for the Cypher here. One of the trips being pushed towards B. The breach ulti is going to come out, does get the concuss onto Mystic there. 3 for Owasso, 1 for Southmoore. Is a 4v2 right now. The Jet and the Sova going to have to bring this one back, but the Sova does have full utility available, so not impossible for this retake. But as we saw from last round, Owasso having also a lot of utility in their name. The Breach and the Neon both having some stuns. They don't have the smokes to be able to throw down anymore, but we'll have to see what these two can do. The Breach concuss will come out. Doesn't quite hit Rexu. Going to try to start sticking the bomb. Vision only 11 HP. Vision a fantastic shot with a retaliation on Division, but Strong Maniac will clean that one up, tying up this game 4-4.
Yeah, I believe the Owasso's found a little bit of the chink in the armor of the Southmoore defense. You rely on your Cypher to be able to solo hold this C-Cypher a lot with just utility. And when there's these explosive plays like this with the Breach, with the Neon dashing in, unless the trips are placed in unconventional places that the Cypher can trade out easily, it's going to be very difficult for them to solo hold it, and I think Owasso started to recognize that.
Yeah, for sure. And now Owasso kind of just doing what they've been doing best now, deciding to keep the defaults up. Southmoore deciding to play up really hard. Mystic does get taken out. Trixon with the trade is a 4v4 right now. The rest of Owasso forcing over towards the C site.
Yeah, you see that Cypher go down, and you immediately know that this site's even more clear than it was before. Might be able to take a lot of space here. Southmoore's Breach also rotating off, maybe getting the game sense that this is going to be their hit and just wants to play for the retake.
Yeah, still going slow up C. Southmoore just has no idea that they're up here. Haven't made any sound or tripped any utility yet. Looks like they're just going to get the rest of the team on site. Maybe try to just go ahead and force through this and catch Southmoore off guard. Southmoore playing really far back is able to get one. The slide in with the stun is able to get one, and now two. A double stun from that Neon Strong Maniac getting one as well. Going to go ahead and back up towards that C site and safely get that bomb down. Rexu in a 1v3 scenario right now. Trying, I think, knows that Owasso has been playing all of their team in the CT, so they're going to try and play for that back. But this Cypher trip going to prove hard. Does manage to take out one. Has that dash reset. Going to try for the rest of the team. The Cypher cage coming up. Decides to make some sound through it. Has to dash away to stop those bullets from coming through. Spots out Vision, but Vision will get there first. Owasso now up in rounds yet again, 5-4.
Yeah, really hard situation there for Rexu. But really, it was just a fantastic play by Owasso, not showing any presence on the C site, even when they actually had control of the bomb and control of the site, being able to walk into Southmoore's spawn, which, as Southmoore, you're playing for that retake, you're expecting them to be there, but you don't expect 3 of them to walk into your spawn with all of their util up. It's really hard to get back from that, and just a really good awareness play from Owasso on how much free space they were going to be able to take.
Yeah, just going to have to see how they adapt to this. A lot of adaptations being made so far this game. The game just kind of going back and forth. Southmoore started down, came back up, and now Owasso back up again. And Owasso deciding to take this default again. Southmoore swapping up the defense a little bit, having the Sova and the Jet on the C, the Breach in the Garage, and the Omen on the B, with the Cypher holding the util on the A this time. Owasso still just kind of feeling around in their spawn, waiting for pushes, waiting to see what information they can get. 60 seconds remaining in this round. Going to start forcing towards the A site. Neon going to go ahead and slide out. Those shots being heard. Southmoore maybe deciding to start the rotate, but right now they're holding strong. The Omen is going to go ahead and walk over. The Sova Dart comes out, spotting nobody. The Neon is going to go ahead and get on site. Looks like that will just be a free plant here for Owasso, but Southmoore still having all 5 players remaining, and as we talked about before, having a lot of retake potential. The Sova ult is going to come out to try to stop the bomb planter, and there is the Breach ult, not quite going to hit the Neon. Mystic manages to get one, Trixon gets another. Mystic getting a second, only 2 players remaining for Owasso. It is the Cypher and the Neon. Woe manages to get that Neon. Trixon following it up onto Vision is able to clear that retake very easily, tying the game back up 5-5.
Yeah, I have to give my hand to Owasso. I really like how they've been able to switch up their tempo in these attack rounds. We've seen them explode onto sites really quickly, and then all of a sudden they do something like this last round where they default for about 45 seconds looking for a play. But on the other hand, Southmoore playing a very smart strategy. They're all on the same page and coordinating very well. Again, 13 assists by Trixon currently, 10 rounds in. Really amazing number to see there from your Breach player, and almost going even just in the KD. Just nice team synergy from Southmoore, being able to completely communicate for that retake, and then effectively doing that retake together, where Owasso really had no chance with the amount of util that was getting dumped into the site.
Yep, Southmoore just doing a great job on those retakes with all of the utility that they have available to them. But the Breach going to go ahead and be spotted out using that utility. Tries to get some damage, hearing that the Neon might be running through there. Trixon going to decide to jump up, try to spot a little bit. The smoke now down. A nice shot from the Neon onto the Breach there. Trixon now down for Southmoore. The Breach utility now down as well. Going to be a little bit harder to force a retake if Owasso does get this bomb down. No stuns, no flashes available for them.
Yeah, it looks like Owasso loves that opening pick that they got. Actually going to be able to completely rotate out of Garage, and Southmoore's not going to be aware of this. Still looking a lot of presence towards Garage, trying to understand what exactly is Owasso's play, and now they're just getting so much free info up long.
Yeah, gonna do what they did a couple rounds ago and start slow taking it. Gonna go ahead and shoot that Sova Dart. Does spot them out though. Owasso gonna have to be forced to play this fast. Southmoore gonna go ahead and decide to back up and play the retake that they do also well. But now being down the Breach player might be a little bit harder. Owasso deciding to take the space on site instead of forcing all in main. Now this site going to be a little dangerous for Southmoore, but they do have some utility in their favor. Rexy going to start forcing it up really quickly, but does get taken out in the Garage. Woe by themselves in Garage, the last 2 in CT here. Going to Sova Dart 1, decides to force it out. Doesn't get hit by the Omen, but has to quickly respond to the Neon. Only Woe remaining in the Garage, and does take a shot through the smoke by Judy the Judge. And Owasso now up 6-5.
Yeah, Owasso is really doing a great job at taking whatever advantage they get in any of these rounds and being able to walk it further into the round into a round win. So again, we saw that early pick in Garage on the Breach, on Trixon, who has been doing really well with their utility. That's already awesome if you're Owasso. And then immediately pulling all of your presence out of Garage, and we saw that during the entire time of Southmoore's push. They were worried about people in Garage. They were worried about people in mid that were pressuring them from the side when there was really no one even there.
Yeah, now also deciding to force it towards the A side, but Southmoore looking to respond to it. They send out the breach stun, sending the Jet and the breach up. Contact going to be made. The Neon does take out the Jet, and the breach goes down as well. Southmoore deciding to play a little bit aggressively didn't go so well in their favor. Owasso going to go ahead and get that bomb down. The Neon deciding to pop ult to try to secure this round.
And it is the last round here, so we'll probably see a lot of ultis this round before we go into half here. Still a good round or a good half for Southmoore so far. They love it. They can get to 6-6 as Mystic gets the head tap onto Taz out of heaven, looking for an opportunity. Can he make it for the Southmoore school?
Yeah, the retake happening now. Down a player on the side of Southmoore. Mystic going to go ahead and decide to jump out. All three players for Southmoore now having the site space, knowing that they are playing main, halves the defuse, does get blinded and concussed, but Mystic there with their back, able to take out Vision. The bomb going to be stuck, holds to half and does get taken out. Now it is up to Woe to be able to finish this one off, but that bomb ticking down really fast. Has to make something happen right here, right now. But so much time being made, decides to get out.
Yeah, make sure you save on the half round. Very, very important there. Still a good round from Southmoore. A couple of things that went a little unfortunately. We saw the wall bang through onto Vision there. But again, very attack-sided map for Southmoore there. Haven just as a whole. So walking out of that on your defense 5-7, you're not upset at all. You would have loved to be 6-6. Owasso definitely showed their prowess on the attack. I thought they were creative. I thought they were crafty. I'm excited to see what they do on this defense and to see if their creative plays, their non-traditional plays happen a lot more.
Yeah, both teams looking like they enjoy the old default split plays, sending 3 towards that mid and 2 towards the garage area. Looks like they might just try to collapse this B site, but Owasso, almost reading it, has 3 on that B side already. Strong Maniac being able to take out 2. The smoke going to go out. Mystic now grabbing that bomb.
Yeah, definitely not a way you want to start the round if you are Southmoore. Usually some info, maybe some chip damage out of that window, but Strong Maniac being able to actually get a masterful pick onto both of the Southmoore players.
Yeah, 2 of Southmoore players now down a 3v5. Going to have to force into a side. Trixie manages to get 1, though. Now a 4v3. All 3 players now forcing onto this B site. It's a 3v3 right now inside the Cypher coming up close. The Neon with that Sheriff is going to manage to get 1. Another from the Omen. Mystic managing to get 2, but will be cleaned up by the Neon. Owasso starting off strong on their defense right now, keeping the momentum in their favor, and now being up 3 rounds, 8-5.
Yeah, really great job, and we kind of see that from those opening picks. Just in a 5v3, it's going to be really difficult to be able to get those plays done, especially in pistol round. There can be a little more creativity, I should say. That's a real word. But now Owasso has the tempo going into this defense, going to be able to buy up, and it looks like Southmoore is just able to fold their hand. Still pretty even round, so I think they're okay with the eco here.
Yeah, Owasso deciding to sit 3 on the B site. Southmoore forcing it towards the A. Owasso ready, quickly rotating over here. Sending the Neon towards the A site already. The Cypher going to be lurking towards this B, trying to get as much information as possible. Southmoore looking like they might want to back up. They are on their eco round, so they are down the weapons. If they can just look for a couple picks, they will be in a great position for the rest of this half. Strong Maniac getting the first pick on the Mystic, lurking onto that B site. Southmoore still only having classics to their name. The Neon here with the Sheriff and the Sova here with the Spectre. Gonna decide to force in. Rexu manages to take out the Spectre, getting 1. Another down. Bunch of trades going out right now. The Spectre being picked up for Woe, a 2v2 right now. Already a fantastic round for Southmoore. Vision managing to take out Hot Whales there. Wasn't expecting that to be there. Now only 1 player remaining for Southmoore. It is Woe. Decides to play in this hell here. Gonna go ahead and drop, knowing that they might be there. Manages to get one. Now it's just up to Vision, and does know that Vision might have dropped. Hears them. Gets sprayed down to 22, and Vision will take it out. Almost a fantastic comeback from Southmoore on that eco round there, but Owasso will take that one. Fantastic round still nonetheless from Southmoore, managing to take those classics and convert that into 4 picks and a bomb plant.
Yeah, a lot of great economy wins there for Southmoore, and this is actually going to let them in this round have the gun advantage, even though they've lost 2 rounds in a row. Owasso, you still can't be upset. You got another point on the board, but not exactly how you'd love your eco to go. You'd like to carry a little bit more of those SMGs into this round. It's going to be interesting. Now this could be where the tides turn for Southmoore. It's probably their best opportunity for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Valorant, I would say very momentum-based, so if they can get around here and start bringing the momentum back into their favor, I certainly think they have more than the ability to bring this one back. The Neon going to decide to lurk up into this cubby here. Not getting spotted, I don't think, by any of the Southmoore players. Now that I say that, though, they are looking towards it. The Neon Wall going to go ahead and go up, maybe to try to get themselves out, but decides to sit in the corner. Has a Bucky, it looks like. Just like me, for real.
But meanwhile, Southmoore's been able to take a lot of space into Garage and onto this B main. Mystic gonna find out Judy the Judge. A lot of space coming in. Strong Maniac getting a head tap onto Resu. Mystic with a third here. Taz trying to make something happen. Has the moves, but maybe a little bit more moving. A little bit too much moving for themselves in that aiming. But no, a round win for Southmoore, really exactly what they needed, and a flawless one at that. Very fantastic. They don't lose any rifles going back into this round. Now you're feeling good. You had no eliminations on that last round. You're basically on an even playing ground.
Yeah, and Trixon with the 15 assists now. Really assist Andy over here for their team. Doing a fantastic job getting the utility out, getting their team on sites. If we can keep up this team play here, I think Southmoore definitely has the opportunity, especially as you said after that last round, keeping all of their rifles and now having to go against Owasso with a full buy again. We'll have to see what they decide to do.
I was going to talk about how aggressive Taz has been playing. Taz is already looking for this play on the A, making the hard read. Oh, there's one, and then darts away. And now you automatically have this presence, this worry in your backline. Maybe this is something they've noticed with the way Mystic is playing, very gapped away, and that if they can find these holes in this defense, as it does look like Southmoore is going to commit to the C plant with lurkers all over the map.
Yeah, the Jet going to go ahead and rotate over, but the Breach is going to go ahead and follow it. They do get Cypher cammed on the C, and now the bomb will go down. Also unsure to where the rest of their team is playing, but Southmoore is down a player, so they certainly have the ability. Strong Maniac manages to take out one. The Silva Dart going to spot them out. 2 more going down. Southmoore coming out. Trixon in CT trying to find something, but doesn't quite get there. Owasso coming back in fashion. A 10-6 now for Owasso.
Yeah, flanks like that have such a high payout that Taz got the opening pick there, but it can also really throw your rotations out of whack, and that's what we kind of saw with Owasso. They commit on the C site when they weren't really set up to play for it. Now Southmoore is able to rotate over, have a really solid retake where they have numbers advantage and utility advantage, even though they lost their opening pick.
Yeah, now we'll have to see what Southmoore decides to do. They do have a buy, but if they lose this one, they might not be able to full buy again. So they're going to have to play a little bit safer, try to adapt to how Owasso is playing this defense. Right now, Owasso is just kind of able to lock down, especially the C site. They're trying to lurk up the C site just like Owasso did, but they're just not able to get up there. Taz tries to get one, does manage to get taken out by Trixon. Mystic also getting Strong Maniac. A trade will come out onto Mystic, though. Southmoore now up a player, going to decide to force it towards the B site. Rexy, you're going to try to come in, does get Omen blinded. Going to have to delay a little bit. Judy the Judge sending out the Sova drone, spots out the Jet. Tries to spray through the smoke here onto it, gets him low, but not quite the pick that they wanted. Southmoore still not able to get the bomb down. So much pressure coming out from Owasso. Looks like they're going to go ahead and run over towards the A site. The smarter, safer play. I think now being up a player, just get that bomb down and force Owasso to come to you. They still have the breach over on the B. Not sure where the rest of Southmoore is going to be sitting. Owasso going to have to play this really safe. But with the Cypher and the Omen stacked on top of each other, this breach should be able to be taken out here.
Yeah, but they may not be even aware. No, they are going to look for this breach. Trixon looking for a play, gets spotted out. Still going to be able to get Shiakos. Trixon now just a constant presence, and Woe is going to be able to get the pinch. I really like that positioning by Southmoore. We already talk about, with this being a 3-site map, that this is a very attacker-sided map because there's so many options on where the attack can go. Immediately, if you lose number disadvantage, if you are a defensive-sided team, if you're on the defense, you will have a super heavy disadvantage and be super spread out throughout the entire map.
You had Woe with the 18-9 and Taz with the 14-11, both doing really great for their teams. And now Southmoore deciding to split again, sending the Cypher towards the C site, sending the Breach and the Omen towards mid, and the Jet and the Sova just kind of sitting in their spawn, waiting to see if Owasso is going to decide to push up aggressively here. The Jet going to try to jiggle that corner, spots out the operator from the Neon, decides to go ahead and back up. Looks like they might be playing towards the C. Spots out the Cypher camera, goes ahead and takes it out, and then backs up, waiting for the rest of their team to get there. Doesn't want to take a risky 1v1 and then get taken out and leave Southmoore out to dry. Very smart play there to go ahead and back up. Owasso decides to back up too. Looks like they might be waiting to play for the retake as well. Trixon going to get a nice stun up here. Do they push it? No. They're going to decide to sit down here, but Strong Maniac, I think, knows that they might be there. Certainly
Really
interesting angles to be taken here. The Jet going to lurk up a little bit. Are they going to get spotted by the Breach in this garage here? The Sova Drone going to come out. Does spot out Trixon. Does have to back up as fast as they possibly can. The Sova Dart still attached to them. They managed to survive this. Vision going to start that defuse. Trixon just stuck in jail right now. So much happening. Owasso doing a great job of retaking this garage here, but that bomb timer is ticking away.
Enemy remaining.
Managing to take out one on Judy the Judge. One player remaining for Owasso. It is Woe. Yet again, the smoke going to go down and does get taken out. Southmoore getting another round in their favor. A lot of delaying coming out in that garage from Trixon, though. Trying to keep as much off the bomb as possible, and I think that helped out a lot for them.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of utility that had to be dedicated to clearing out the garage push, and they still got a couple of trades out of it. Like, it was really fantastic for Southmoore to be able to play the post plant that way. Also, it let Rexu actually control CT side, and then whatever did get out of garage for Owasso was forced in this pinch between the T side and CT sides of spawn.
Yeah, and Owasso still up 2 rounds, but Southmoore has the momentum in their favor. We're going to have to see if they can convert this into a lead. Right now, Southmoore positioning towards the C with the Mystic Lurk towards B. Gets spotted out by the Omen. Does manage to take them out. Is going to aggressively push up. Try for the Cypher ulti. Spot out where the rest of Owasso is playing. Yeah, Southmoore has the ability to go ahead and take the C site now. Woe will take out Taz as well. Strong Maniac and Vision both come back with picks of their own. Woe getting one. Southmoore now up a player. Owasso being on their save round here. Still doing a fantastic job. Has a Vandal now and a Stinger to their names. The rest of Southmoore going to go ahead and decide to play this main, having the Jet and the Omen ult available if they need to. Owasso having the Sova and the Breach ult available as well.
Yeah, and I feel like that Sova and Breach ult are so powerful when coordinated correctly. Realistically, if you're able to get a post-plant ping on here and not worry about what's going on, as we do see the Breach util. Rexu trying to get out of it, not going to be able to, actually taken down by that Breach stun by Strong Mania. And Judy the Judge, they're not expecting the Stinger to walk all the way up, but you got to remember, these ecos, Owasso getting the defuse, these ecos, people are going to play crazy, and that's exactly what we see from Owasso, not playing the traditional aim dual post plant like a lot of people do, and actually just walking their Stinger player up long for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, fantastic play from Owasso, able to get so much work done, and especially that being a Thrifty, getting those picks in mid were really vital to winning that round, able to pick up a Stinger and a Vandal. Almost said a Valorant. That's the game.
Yeah, all of these players have actually picked up Valorant. I think Taz Valorant has picked it up the most since it's in his name. Might be contagious. Please be careful.
Tries to go for an early pick there. Doesn't quite get it. Decides to go ahead and back up and play it safe. 3 of Owasso's players sitting over onto the B side. The rest of Southmoore still positioning towards this mid. A lot of damage coming in through the wall. Only 54 HP remaining. Rexu manages to get one, but Taz trading it out. A 4v4 here. And now both teams backing up. No gunfights now.
Space that Southmoore has taken. Mystic getting all the way into A link. I don't know if they're going to be expecting this. Whoa.
Southmoore going to go ahead and get that bomb down. The rest of Owasso going to go ahead and rotate over Judy. Deciding to send out that Sova ult. Does get Hot Whales off the bomb. Mystic managing to take one out, but Taz with the trade on the Mystic. Southmoore still gets the bomb down, but they are now down a player, and the Jet under half HP. The Omen sitting in heaven, though. Unsure if Owasso is going to be ready for this one. The Cypher ulti going to come out, spots them out. The Omen decides to back up. Just playing to burn as much time as possible. The Sova Dart going to come out, gets broken by Rexu. The Sova drone going to come out now as well. So much recon utility coming out. Knows they're both kind of sitting on the bomb, is able to quickly retake that one. Sova, the MVP of that round, I would say, getting so much information on that retake, is able to spot out both Southmoore players and stop the initial bomb plant with the Sova ulti.
Yeah, and that combined with the Cypher ultimate, I mean, it was basically like they had DDoSed the rest of Southmoore. Knowing exactly where their location was, it really collapsed the positions that they were even allowed to play. And then, of course, the 3v2 numbers advantage, Owasso rolling in with a really solid retake there.
Yeah, Owasso now on the match point. Southmoore needing 4 in a row to take this to overtime. They certainly have the ability to do it. We've seen them take 3 rounds already on this attack if they can just keep playing together. But Owasso going for the aggressive play here, decides to send Taz up really aggressively, doesn't spot out anybody, but hears him, is able to take out 1, able to take out 2. Fantastic round start from Owasso, deciding to play a bit more aggressively, and it goes out in their favor. A 2-to-1 trade for Owasso, and they like those odds. Mystic lurking up here, does get spotted out by Judy. A lot of damage, but not quite a pick. The Sova Dart going to come out, decides to play slow. Mystic does get taken out there. Southmoore now only having 2 players remaining, both positioned towards the C site, with Owasso having 3 of their 4 players positioning over the C site. I don't think Southmoore is aware of it. We're going to have to see what they can do. Can Southmoore keep their team alive? Rexu manages to go up, but gets taken out by the Neon. Only 1 player remaining. It is a 1v4. The Breach ult going to come out, maybe able to make some work happen. Decides to go ahead and back up, but the bomb is still on that C site. Has to push it, whether they like it or not. Owasso now still 12-8. Trixon has to do something here. Has to try to make this retake. Can't keep the save. Still has 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds
Just
left.
trying to spot something out. Only 1 flash left. 10 seconds until the concuss comes back. Gets peeked by Strong Maniac. Manages to get 2. Looking a lot more winnable. The flash will come out. Spots out nobody yet. Doesn't know that the Neon is back there. And does walk into their sight lines. A nice try from Trixon there, but doesn't quite finish it out. Owasso with a fantastic 13-8 game, taking out Southmoore.
Yep. Owasso with that victory. They did come in as the 2 seed, Southmoore the 3 seed. So still a really good game. Really impressive from both sides, and I think Owasso just had a little bit better tempo at times, being able to read some of those plays and really made those creative plays we saw with the round point on the line, being able to play that aggressive play up long, and Taz getting 2, making a lot of great plays on that Neon, both on attack and defense. I thought it was really spectacular to watch.
Yeah, but for Southmoore fans, they are not down and out yet again. Double elimination bracket, and that was the upper round, so they are able to make a comeback and bring it back. So we will see you next time.